What's going on YouTube? It's Ikeo here and I'm back with another video. So in today's video, we'll be going over identifying reversals and identifying the exact top. I know I already made a video on this recently, but I've been getting a lot of comments and a lot of questions about people still just somehow, I'm not going to make fun of you smooth brainers, but somehow you guys just still can't identify what is a reversal, how to spot a reversal, how to get in early, how to get in your sniper entry. So first thing first, the first thing you guys, okay, y'all making me sit up here. Y'all literally making me sit up here. Repeat after me, okay? Do not let anything you learn bump everything that you have learned about reversals, any other strategy, anything. Just repeat after me, okay? This is what you're gonna repeat. When price is on a uptrend, it will never break its higher highs and its higher lows. When price is on a downtrend, it will never break its lower lows and lower highs unless it is a reversal beginning to happen. Just because it breaks its higher highs and higher lows, that does not mean immediately get into a sell. Just because it breaks its lower lows and lower highs doesn't mean immediately get into a buy. You still have to wait for confirmation. You still have to wait for structure. You still have to wait for ICC. Okay? But repeat after me one more time. Okay? When price is on a uptrend, it will never, repeat, it will never break its higher highs and higher lows unless it is forming to become a downtrend in a reversal. Once again, here's for the downtrend. When price is on a downtrend, it will never break its lower lows or lower highs unless it's beginning to form a bullish trend / uptrend. I'm going to repeat this one more time. Okay? This is going to be a very short video. I'm going to go to the charts. I'm going to show you different charts where you can spot this clear as day. Once again, you can write this down. You can type it. You can put it on a picture on your wall. I don't care what you do. Whatever help you colloquialize what I am saying will help. Whatever help you understand the data set I am giving to you. Okay. When price is on a uptrend, it will never break its higher highs and higher lows unless it is starting to form a downtrend. And if price is on a downtrend, it will never break its lower highs and lower lows and lower lows and lower highs if it's on a true downtrend. Okay, meaning there's no such thing as little Timmy here saying, "Oh, I got faked out," or "Oh, there's no." Okay, no, that just does not happen. Sometimes, it's rare and far in between that you see a thick ass candle like this, whether it's going up or down. It's rare that you see a thick ass candle. Yes, news exists, politics, war, yes, but 9 times out of 10, price when it's on a uptrend, it will create higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. It will create some type of structure on its way up. It will never just create one thick ass candlestick going up or going down. Going down, it will create lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Just that simple. Do I need to repeat this again? No, I'm going to repeat this again. Okay? Because somebody is going to comment and somebody's going to be in my DM. Somebody's going to say ICC doesn't work. Somebody's going to look. When price is on a uptrend, it will never break its higher highs and higher lows unless it's becoming a downtrend. And when price is on a downtrend, it will never break its lower lows or lower highs unless it's forming to become a bullish uptrend. Okay? Now let's use examples on real time in the charts. It doesn't even matter where I go to. Let's just spot down here where price is currently at. Boom. Here. Let's zoom in. I already had this chart pull up. Perfect. What was price creating? Price was creating a high, then a lower low. Boom. What was price creating? Price had a high in the market, then had a lower low, then had a lower high, then a lower low, then a lower high, then lower low, then lower low, lower. Okay, let me calm down. So guess what happened? The very moment price broke its lower high, guess what? Now it is starting to form a higher high. Now we can start looking for, it may just go here and continue down. We don't know. But what I know with all my years of trading, price would just never break its lower lows and lower highs unless it's starting to form a uptrend. So what we're seeing here is called an indication, and right now a correction has happened, and that's called ICC, indication, correction, continuation. So price just broke its lower high. So what does that mean? Price is going to most likely be bullish this week on platinum. Now let's go to another time on platinum chart. It does not matter where you go to. It literally, we can go to the most obscured area on when price changed full direction or where it wants to go. We can go here. Let's zoom in. Look, we can go to the 1 hour. It don't really matter. It don't matter what we do. Price was on an uptrend, right? Price was on an uptrend. Price had its higher high, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. It created a high. So what was the last higher high that it formed? The last higher high it formed was over here, right here. Follow along with me. The moment price broke that and created a, guess what? Price created a lower low, then a lower high. The moment it broke this higher high that it recently just had, in this higher high, it sold the fuck off. Are you following me? I got hold on. Y'all finna give me hype. Okay? So let's go to another chart. But that's platinum and you already had it pulled up. Okay, let's go to another chart. It literally don't even matter. It literally don't even matter. Let's go to y'all favorite, gold. Oh my god. Gold is a poster child of this. Gold is literally a poster child of this. We can take any of these times over here. We literally can. We can take down here. We can take up here. It really doesn't matter. We can even take up here. We can go in this area. Okay, price was creating a what? Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. Higher high, higher low. Higher high. Now guess what? Why did it reverse? Why did price reverse from when it was down here? When it's down here, why did it reverse? Because it created a higher high, higher low. And again, that's what this was the last lower high that the price gave. In the very moment price broke this, guess what? It completely switched the trend completely. Now, same can be said when it reversed, when price started moving downward. Let's look at when price started moving downward. Like I said, we just marked the higher highs, higher lows, higher high, higher lows. All right, the last higher high and higher low that it created was here. So we can mark up here. The moment price broke above here and created a simple ICC, an indication and a correction and continuation below this level, aka below this higher low. Like I said, on a uptrend, price will never break its higher highs and higher lows unless it's becoming a different trend. What did price do? It sold completely off. Don't believe me? We can go all the way. It doesn't matter how far back we go. We can go to US 30. It literally doesn't matter. We can go to US 30. Let's clear this up. We on US 30. What was price doing? Price created a high, higher low, higher 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 high. The moment price broke its higher high and its higher low, which was right here, right here, the very moment it broke, guess what it created? It created a indication, a correction, a continuation, and it sold down. All right, let's continue over. Price created a lower low, lower high. Boom. We have a lower low right here. What do we know about if price is on a real downtrend? Most people's like, oh, I'm just gonna sell. I'm just gonna sell. You would have got faked out here. You literally would have got faked out. Literally. What do we know about when price is on a uptrend or price is on a downtrend? Price was on a downtrend. If price is on a real downtrend, it will never break its lower lows or lower highs. The moment price broke its lower high, guess what it created? A indication, a correction. Once it broke here, it continued going up. Okay, let's go to another chart. Let's go wherever this chart is. I don't even know, just some random ass chart. What am I even looking at? Don't worry, give me a sec. I'm gonna find something. Boom. It ain't gonna take me 2 seconds. So easy. Boom. What happened down here? Explain to me what happened down here. Why was there a shift? You may not see it on the 4 hour, but guess what? If I drop down to the 1 hour, don't worry, sweetheart. Don't worry. I'm gonna find it for y'all. Trust me. It's very simple. It's so self-explanatory. Price had a high, then it created a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, then created a all-time low in the market. Boom. So what do we know? We can mark here. This is the last lower high. The moment price broke this lower high, it began to become bullish. Why? Because price on a real downtrend does not break its lower lows or lower highs. So guess what it formed? A higher high, and then it formed a higher low. AKA, this is technically in ICC as well. An indication, a correction, and we can have a continuation to the upside. And then guess what? Since it's a uptrend, what it continued to do? It continued to do higher high, higher low, 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 higher. Ah! Okay, it's just that simple. I'm literally getting overstimulated explaining this. And guess what? If we go over some more, guess what? Guess what? You have a higher high, higher low, 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 higher high. Guess what? Where was the last higher high or higher low? It was right here. So when price broke this higher low, guess what it did? It sold off and formed a low. Okay? And it sold off. Maybe it's not a full reversal, but technically, if this was the only thing you've seen in the market at the time, you would have thought this was a full reversal to the downside because you would have only seen this right here. You wouldn't have seen everything else over here. This is the only thing you would have seen. Price created high, then it broke down. But why did it do that? That's how you get your entries. And we can even go over here from when it literally created, literally right here, it created a higher low. And the moment it broke this higher low, it started to sell off. And if you drop down to the lower time frames, you would have got your entry right here, because this is simple ICC, like the 5-minute or something like that. You would have got your indication, your correction, and your continuation. Okay, simple, 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 simple. I do not want this to make these videos 10-minute long. If it's 10-minute long, let's go back. Okay, let's go back for one more time, just in case, for one more time. Like, you may think, oh, trading, like, and I be seeing y'all comments. Trust me, I see all the comments. Whether it's Instagram, whether it's YouTube, I see the comments. Some trading is not that easy. I'm literally breaking it down in the most simplest way I can. Like, scratch everything that you thought you knew about identifying the top, identifying the bottom, reversals, and just listen. Listen. Don't be arrogant, like, well, but blah, 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 but this, blah, blah, blah. Be quiet. You don't know anything because you're unprofitable. Be quiet. Sit here and let me learn you something. Once again, when price is on a uptrend, when price is on a downtrend, price will form things called higher highs and higher lows and lower highs. On a uptrend, it will create higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. This is like mesmerizing on an uptrend. The only time that price will break is higher highs and higher lows if its price is starting to become bearish and on a downtrend. Vice versa. When price is on a downtrend, it will not break its lower lows and lower highs unless the market is starting to become bullish in a uptrend. So what is a downtrend? A downtrend is lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. What is an uptrend? Higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. Okay? Price creates structure, and price would never, unless it's news or politics or Trump tweeting, it would never just create a thick ass candlestick. Even in a thick candlestick, if you drop down to the lower time frames, it creates structure. It literally creates structure on the way down. What is structure? Lower lows, lower highs, higher lows. I'm literally looking on the side right here. I'm looking on the left. This is literally structure right here. You have a high, then you have a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. But that's all I have for you guys today. And if you guys want to learn how to trade how I trade, which is simple, it's ICC. Make sure you guys tap that link down low in the description. It will send you directly to my private trading group. Now, if you need something more hands-on, make sure you guys DM me on Instagram, mentorship, and I'll get on a one-on-one call and I'll work with you. So walk with truth, walk with power, and may God favor you.